Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of the Banner Saga 2. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as we fought off the, I don't really know what they were, but they were marauders, raiders, bandits. They tried to rob us of our food, and they asked for help, but they didn't want help. They wanted to help themselves, and well, we helped ourselves to their blood, and we killed them. At the end of last episode, regained our 18 supplies, so that's fantastic. Sappha's wounds are great, and she whimpers in the snow. Yunoto Folko dispatches the bandit archers with haste. This is what helping folks gets you, you roar. Grab all these supplies and bring them back to camp, you tell the ravens after hoisting a barrel on each shoulder. So, he's now injured, but it should be okay. I mean, he was good. We got renowned, so yeah, we got good things of helping folks. So I will keep helping folks if it serves me. That's gonna be the play for this battle, for this this group of people. They actually didn't leave us, which is surprising. It is surprising, yeah. So let's see if this guy has anything new for us. Probably not. Yeah, he doesn't have anything new for us. Probably only when we come back from the other place or something. I don't know. From the other point of view. But anyway, let's also look at our heroes, because I want to see what his state of, like, 3 days. That's okay. It's totally fine. Back. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, they revolted against. Oh, I see. So it's. Oh yeah, that makes sense. So he didn't betray us. The ones who betrayed us were the guys that almost betrayed him, and he kind of knew and told us that. And I was. Well, I said that if I did my things right, that I would, get good results out of taking them in. And I did my things right. I killed them. So, yeah. Let's get back onto the road. It's now very snowy. Actually, let's look at the map and see where we're going, because I don't know where we're going. And, yeah, because last time I looked at the map, I didn't. Oh, we're going over here to Bindal. Bindal is over there, once named Brindadal. This mining city is tucked into a valley at the foot of Wormscale Mountains. Much like the rock here, the name seems to have eroded into something smoother. It serves as an important pass between the human cities of the east and west, when it isn't shut down by blinding snows. That's right. Isn't there a summer path around here somewhere? What's the name of the summer path? Or is it up here? I think it might be up here. I pass and the summer path. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so it's over there. We're now farther to the south. Let's see. It's actually the same exact map as in the first game, which is cool. If I had known that, I'd probably pay a little bit more attention, and we probably now should pay a little bit more attention, because we're probably going to be traveling all over this place on the third game, and third and last one. I think it's a trilogy. So we're taking this through this is the Great Loom. From the north side of the Wormscale Mountains, one can see a series of mountain peaks that are almost perfectly spaced and of identical height, laid out in a straight line. As the story goes, the Loom Mother herself raised these peaks while teaching mankind how to thread a loom. And this is the God's Reach Hills. The God's Reach Hills are not part of the Wormscale Mountains, though most people ignore this technicality. Few still use the name God's Reach, which at one time referred not to the size of the mountains, but to the depths of the rivers that run through them. Nice. Oh man, is that a thing? Deep rivers and mountains? Man, it must be a beautiful place then. I don't think it must have a lot of water. If there's gonna be deep rivers in a mountain, either I don't know. I don't know if those exist in our world, because they certainly don't exist here in Portugal. We don't have that many mountains, and I don't really know much of the rest of the world, though I would like to, but I don't. Oh, the mouse disappears. Look at that. I think it does. Didn't it? There we go. Yeah, it disappears. Interesting. But anyway, we're good. I don't need to stare at the map any longer. Let's just get out of here. Let's, how do I leave? It's over there. The Yox over there. And continue through the snows. -3 supplies. Some of our heroes are injured and need to rest in camp. So that's what they say. I don't care. But don't remember his name again. It's tricky to remember the names. We're arriving at
The miners of Bindal are a rough crowd. Not a bad place to recruit new blades.
That's good. The old wanderer fights his way up next to you. Can't see a damn thing in this mess, he says. Guess old Earrings hasn't forgotten you yet, after all. Right, he's talking about the the bird god that we broke a wing off. Shouldn't you have died already? Oh, soon enough, I reckon. Of course, these old bones won't be forming any mountain. Brambles, more like. He squints into the distance. There's bound to be more people from Ormsdarl trying to find a new home in Bindal, Spar says. Crowded towns haven't always been good for us. So what's got you worried, old man? A bunch of ravens set loose upon a slew of scared men and women is what? Wouldn't take much to have the guards after us if they let us in at all. He has a point, but there's little to be done about it. The idea of being around so many others is in such confined space makes you tense. You crave a long hunt and sleep in solitude. Going back to camp, I suppose. No, we're arriving at Brindal. Or Bindal. I don't... Everything is frozen, though. Is that supposed to be a tower that got frozen? It looks better than the last city we were in, that's for sure. All these people are looking for food and home, says Firla, the woman. I don't remember. Sorry, guys. Now I'm looking for ale. Is that so much to ask for? Yeah, right. Not sure if they're gonna have any though. Hopefully so. We're in great morale. We don't really need... I don't know. We don't really need to rest, so I don't think we're gonna need supplies. We've done our job in the supply department, really, and we bought a bunch before. I bet that scout tower already sent word for us being here. Yeah, it probably did. There's no way it didn't. Oh, we're still outside the town. Oh, pretty cool looking whatever that is. The snowstorm is worse than ever as you arrive at the walls of the mining town of Bindal. The gates are closed and you beat a fist against them. Open the fucking gates! You shout. From the wall, two menders look down on you, then recede. Soon the gates open enough for a half a dozen well-trained guards to greet you. Their one-eyed captain points and says, "Just you." Folka steps to your side. "Not alone," she says. "She comes with me." The captain takes a moment to assess the situation and nods. Before following him through the gates, you bark commands to other ravens to stay close and vigilant. I wonder if that was a bad move. Because she might have been, taking care of people and whatnot. Inside the small gatehouse are two menders from the wall. A woman with a fancy spear and a cub of a man holding a staff. Valka Zephyr. It is the Raven Banner. So it seems. But why here? Why now? Just passing through on our way to the Blue River, but this blasted storm caught us. Planned to come back this way afterwards for more work, but now we need some food and a place to hole up. We brought some people with us. They need a new home. I'm sure it felt like the right thing to do, but we are already beyond our capacity here. Are you Bulwark? Bulwark Bloodaxe? Hold your tongue, Nichols. What do you know about me, boy? I've heard all of your tales. Can't believe your cold bear cloak is real. It is true your axe handles are made from your own horns? Oh, really? That's badass. That is really badass. The older mender places a hand on the young man's shoulders. Whoa, I never knew I was traveling with such a legend, says Volka. You ignore her. Aren't you in charge here? Where's the governor? The governor left for Arberang a while back with most of the fighters to settle a dispute. The Mender Council sent me to bring the people of Bindal west, as we've heard too many rumors of dredge. More than rumors. We were in Borsgard, saw Bellower. The Immortal Sunder? How did you escape? Immortal was a joke. He's dead. He's not, but you don't know that. Nickel's eyes go wide in awe, but Zephyr looks pensive. What about the great rift that opened between Borsgard and Ormsdarl that, we managed. Zephyr looks like she wants to press you for more information. Enough. Open the gates for my ravens. Mercenaries will only panic the people. With everyone from Ormsdarl, it's all I can do to keep them from stampeding like wild ox. Like wild yaks. If I threaten, she'll let me in. But that's not gonna go well for us. And at this point, I think I don't want to... I mean, I'm not sure if he realizes he's not going to be able to come back if he ever gets to the river and comes back. His plan is stupid because the dredge is gonna wipe everybody. There's no way he's coming back for work. There's not gonna be anybody to give him work. But still, I don't think he realizes that. These people are. They don't really. I'm not really sure. Why don't they see the dredge are gonna kill everybody? Rook saw that soon enough. But anyway, I think he would want to come back. And I think he wants to preserve some relationships with these guys. And she is, well, from what I can tell, she's probably the closest thing to a governor that they have. So, yeah, we'll camp against the leeward walls. Thank you. You'll have all the assistance with your shelter a Valka and her assistants can give you. Funny you won't let us in when we're on a job for one of your own. You snarl at Volka for saying too much. She shrugs in response. I'm not aware of another Volka being out this direction. Who has tasked you? Wait a minute. Oh, they probably don't work together. Juno is a Volka. They must be. Who tasked you? She asks. Bulwark, you dumbass. Why didn't the game... Okay, I'm gonna write this down. This might be a plot device here. But I'm gonna write this down because I think Bulwark told... What was the name? I don't know. I'm gonna write it down. Told her about Juno, and this thing is gonna bite us in the ass. I am sure of it. And this might be the biggest mistake in the game, but I'm just gonna write it down. Zephyr. Yeah. Okay. So she now knows Juno. She steps back at the name and studies your face for a moment. Nichols, you and the guards see what you can do outside the walls for the people. I'll see to it and make sure the ravens are comfortable. The young mender nods respectfully to Zephyr and grins at you and Volka before leading the guards through the gate. Okay, our morale has improved. She has not changed her face. I'm inviting only the two of you to stay within our walls and enjoy a bit more warmth and comfort. And separate us from my ravens? No. Suit yourself, but your mistrust is unnecessary. Is it? I didn't like how you reacted to the name of Juno. I didn't like how the game forced me to tell you about Juno, especially after he just growled at Volka after she told so much and he went to... This guy. But it's not his fight. I guess it's okay. It's totally in character. And I'm okay with... I don't know. If it's a plot device, whatever. It's fine. But I think it might be a little bit of meta gaming from my side. The fact that we didn't get it... We weren't given a choice there. So that might be a big plot point. But I won't go on about it anymore. Maybe. But I shouldn't have to tell you about my job from your superior just to get an invitation. No, you misunderstand. You have no job. The Valka known as Juno is dead. I know. To speak in all tongues, chapter 10. Oh, we're going to the other side again. So we leave whatever his name is at Bindal and Volka and Zephyr. Oh, that's right. We just came from here. Okay. The once energetic Mender approaches, looking both worn and troubled, and he apparently, I don't know what happened to his beard and his hair, but he's growing the gray patches. I'm sure I thanked you for the time to recover. I've never woven a spell that strong before. Are you sure you're ready to move on? You look... I know. I caught my reflection earlier. It's a more mature look. The Mender grins and a hint of his former youth shines through. Not everyone would have stopped for so long, especially with the ground rumbling like it was. Yeah, well... let's go with the first one. I think that's okay. Yeah, we're all people in need of help here, so... You've grown up to really care about everyone here, Alette. It's a gift, and I hope you never lose it. He weaves a bit more on the armor. Have you given any more thought to my offer? I think some mending could really benefit you. You consider his offer. Yeah, I think it might really help someday, yeah. I think so too, and you already know more than you think. I doubt it'll take me long to teach you the basics, but you'll have to practice as we go. I'm placing some patterns on your bow. Trace them with your thumb at all times. Practice. Memorize them. Understanding will occur later. Okay. And we got 18 days of supplies. Morale has declined. That is fine. We're going. We're going. A metal clanking is heard. A metal clanking is heard in the distance and grows louder. You see a yox cart surrounded by 4 varl and an older woman hitting a ladle against a pen. All sorts of things for sale, she says, but her eyes go wide when she looks at you. It's you! Special deals when it comes to you! How do you know me? Word travels fast. Think you can slay asunder and keep it a secret? She clicks her tongue and shakes her head. Madir knows of you, sure enough. And why are you out here selling things? Madir sells things to those traveling. It's what she does. Used to be as generous as Azalea Madir was, but that don't buy more supplies. Let me see what you have. Of course, but make up your mind. Madir will be gone as quick as she arrived. And don't get any ideas of sneaking off with things. These 4 varl have the keenest eyes, the sharpest blades, and the shortest tempers. You feel the varl watching your every move. Okay, so we got 25 renown. I don't really think I want to, let's see. 20 days of supplies. The morale, I could use, yeah, let's go with 30. How many, wait a minute. Oh, I'm seeing it wrong. I need to spend a whole lot, because there's so many people, I need to spend a whole lot to bring this up by a little bit. So I'm gonna leave 13 behind. Let's see, 21, let's go with that, yeah. So she doesn't have a limit for, it used to be that they have, I don't think she has a limit for the amount of food that I can buy, so let's go with that. I'm not gonna buy anything of down here. Protects from death unless strength is 1, that is a good one though. But I have so many items on this side, because I don't really want that one. I have too many items anyway. Let's keep going. Yeah, that food will help us, especially if we drop to very low morale. Let's see what happens. Easy, boy, a clansman shouts as the yox cart nearly topples to one side. The temped path of the Eastway road has steadily turned into a cracked shamble. Looking ahead, it only gets worse. Various chasms gape like open mouths. You glance back to Ivan, who looks at you and shakes his head. The entire caravan comes to a halt. We'll be eating our belts before finding a way across this broken road, especially with this many. And there's no telling how far we'd have to go backtrack to head north. Then we'll head south across the Omsur riverbed. We can head towards Grumdar on west. We can head towards Grumdar and on west. Oh, and then on to westwards. Yeah. Trigvi peers around Hakon's elbow before coming fully into view. Heading south is questionable. Those people. Why do you say that? Maybe I spent a lifetime there. Plenty of things to eat under the logs, but there's also people in the bogs. His eyes go wide. The Scald should hear my rhyme. But what's wrong with heading south? Different ways of living. Old ways. Stick to the mud and cragsmen are less bothersome. I think he's talking about the boggers, the rough, backward people of Swartzbog. Trogvi frowns at Ivor. Words like that can find you swollen, filled with poison. He puffs on his cheeks and stares at Ivor. This guy's crazy. I kind of like him, actually. Kind of like it. I mean, he's you know, he's putting himself out there, saying, okay, you guys have a problem. I got an opinion about it. Yeah, it's okay. He's a good guy. He's crazy, but he's a good guy. Now, Hakon says, this is why varl tend to keep to themselves. Each human is crazy in their own way. Trigvi hunches over with laughter until he suddenly stops, sniffs the air, and marches away. Strange, but it's a fair warning. We're crossing over into lands most of us have never seen. Just because we left those dredge behind doesn't mean we won't have more wars ahead of us. If we have more supplies, I'd say we should stop for a few days and train some of these clansmen to fight. You consider your options. Okay, so we trained a bunch before. I don't think... yeah, we need to keep few remaining clansmen moving. Let's just camp, consider training clansmen later. Yeah, let's go with... I don't want to risk running out of food. Let's go with that one. Are you sure? I know food is scarce, but if we're killed in a fight, full carts won't help us. That's true. That's strange, yeah. Calls for camp spread down the line, and Ivor finds Sven, the traitor. Yeah, so maybe I was thinking actually of asking him for challenges and stuff, but I guess now is the time. Well, They're not the hardened warriors or fighters I trained in Skoger, Ivar says, but there's a chance they won't run at the first sign of trouble. He rubs his mended shoulder where an arm used to be. Not sure I can do much better than that anymore. Okay, so we still haven't lost it. Oh, there we go. 80 clansmen lost, 80 fighters gained. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. Let's see what Ludin has to say. The prince is acting even more standoffish than usual. You and Ivar have caught him staring ahead and twisting the ring on his finger over and over. Yrsa quietly stands nearby. Glad to be heading home? Asks Alette. Ludin turns to the two of you and offers a polite smile. Even after that chasm, would it surprise you if I said no? I thought you hated being so far from Arborang. Life on the trail hasn't won me over, but it's not all bad. It's even possible that I have learned a few things about leading people while out there. You, Ivar, and Yrsa are stunned to hear the prince talk this way. I've grown up in comfort and trained with scholars and fighters. I've never known anything else. Saying stuff like that won't make you any friends in this caravan. But that's just it. Among these clansmen, I've seen the differences. I think I understand them a bit more. Huh. I knew this guy was gonna come around, really. From the beginning, we were introduced to him as he was just like, you know, a jackass, basically. An asshole. Just, you know, rich bastard that had his own thing, a way of saying, was entitled to his own opinion, and, well, he didn't order anybody around because he didn't really have the... It wasn't really his place, but... yeah. But I think... in the first game, I saw that halfway through the game, I kind of guessed that might have been a little bit misleading. Rook didn't like him, but Alette actually did, I think. She said good things about him back in the first game, I think. So, let's go with this one. That's great, Prince Ludin. I'm glad you think so, but I doubt my father will. Yrsa will agree, my father's not what you call open-minded. The king's a hard man, she says. Has to be. But his son is his weakness. So, can you tell me about, Ludin glares at her, but the archer only smirks. Can you tell me about King Maynolf? I suppose. There's not much to him. He's king. He draws a hard line on nearly every topic. Talking to him is much like being told what to do. In fact, it's exactly that. I used to think the same thing about my father, sometimes. This isn't about being his son, you'll see. Kings usually have to make tough decisions and stick with them. Maybe someday you'll see why. I know. I just don't think he'll care for my ideas on treating with commoners. What would you like to be called? We're all people, Prince. Even you. You have a charming way of humbling me. Yrsa rolls her eyes. Just keep an open mind about your father, the way you'd like him to have towards your ideas. That's something I've never considered before. I'll think on it. Yeah, that's true. It's tough for kids to, I know that, because I learned that. Doesn't mean I changed, but I learned that. When I was a kid, I guess I used to argue with my father a bunch. I mean, it's not, it's not a fight or anything. It's just, we talked, and I had my opinions. I formed my opinions when I did, and I defended them. But it's tricky. As a kid, I learned to let go of that, but it's really tricky as a kid to be open-minded that somebody else might have a different idea. And in my particular case, I found out that being open-minded and not having an opinion in the first place is the best way to go, really. I mean, if I'm not in a position where I can have an opinion, like if I don't know anything about the subject, I'm just gonna, what about in this, and let other people talk if they know what they're talking about, or even if they don't, I'm gonna let them talk. That's how I do it. But I did develop a little bit of a defense mechanism where I just say nonsense, and people just, this guy doesn't know anything, and there we go. And that's the end of the conversation. But yeah, it's tough. And for the son of a king, anyway. As Prince Ludin and Yrsa walk away, you feel Ivar watching you. What? When did you become so full of sage advice? Says Ivar. Well, since I started listening to you. Gods, don't start making that mistake. The two of you share a smile before moving on. I think he's getting softer on her. Come on, Ivar. You're not... He's not soft. Actually, he is. I mean, He is. There's no way he would have lost his arm if he wasn't soft. And if you remember why he lost that arm, and the role story behind that, you know exactly what I mean. Let's go to the training and see what this guy has to say. Well, come on. Let's see. So what can you show me? Plenty. You can handle yourself, but what about your other fighters? Ever used a varl and an archer to trap somebody? You think about what he's saying. Well, let's see what happens. Let's begin this thing and see what exactly he wants us to do. So, we got a varl and an archer. And, of course, that's Yngvar and Alette. So, let's see. Our objective is to use battering ram enemy into rain of arrows. Wait a minute. Rain of arrows? Oh, yeah, this is a trap. Huh. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to keep them as back here as possible. And then I'll cast the rain of arrow over there as... Let's make it this side of things. Let's see. Yngvar is gonna stay back here, and I'm gonna use the battering ram. Basically, how the battering ram works is pretty simple. The rain of arrows, the range on that is actually not that much. I will use it, though. Can I attack? I can't. Actually, I can if I move, and I will. So I'll just work on this guy's face right now. No need for using willpower. We're all good. We don't need to kill anybody. This is just training. Okay, so you are gonna stay back here. Because you're gonna use your thing to do things. Oh yeah, she gets puncture thing by staying still. +2, I think. +2 strength damage. That's a flat out. So if she doesn't move, she will always do 3 damage. That's pretty powerful. So you stay back here. You just work on his armor. It's gonna take a while though. Yeah, it's gonna take a little while. It's actually, it might be a little bit problematic as well. So let's work on his armor just a little bit more. As soon as he moves, she's gonna cast a rain of arrows and he's gonna attack him. There we go. Yeah, that's how it goes. Come on. Okay, so you keep working on his armor. Man, he might kill him. No, that's... Dang it. Sorry, guys. I need to... Yeah, that's how it goes. Why was the red one right there? Why is it red? You saw that? The 2 was red. I don't know why that was. Okay, keep work... No, I just need to click on him. Oh. Interesting. What happens when he runs out of armor? I don't think that has happened with the... There we go. Okay, we got this. Okay, and now the rain of arrows right there. What's the one? For extra damage? Yep. So, he's gonna die. That's 3 times the strength damage. She's gonna deal a... Oh no! You dumbass! That's what you get. With a critical to boot up. That's amazing. Okay, you stay out right there. I'm gonna cast another rain of arrows, hopefully. If I need to move, though. I think over here should be okay. Yes, it is. So cast that. Let's see what kind of damage I can do. Oh, why is she firing in that direction? I don't know. And here, let's see what happens. I am gonna move over there. Cast a battering ram. What the hell? Why can't you... Knock back up to... Wait a minute. Huh. How does that work? Kill him. Yeah. Man. Yeah, that guy was already almost dead. So, maybe... Yeah, let's try it again. Not enough willpower. That's okay. Don't use too much. And he's gonna... Let's try it again. Okay, 3 armor damage. Now, let's see. The battering... I think the battering ram only works on the small guys. That would make sense. I mean, the big guys are big guys. There we go. So, we got this. It's interesting. It's not that good against... We could hold our own, though, against these guys, that's for sure. If I was trying to hold my own, but I was just trying to complete that quest. But there we go. 16 renown for doing such a simple task. Very, 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 very good. So, yeah, it's a little bit overpowered, but I guess the game's balanced for that. But anyway, we're out of time for the day. So it's time to say goodbye, but only for one day. Yep. Yeah, there's gonna be another episode tomorrow, as always. I am Colonel RPG, and this has been the Banner Saga 2. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye!